such cute toes.
Really? Have you seen them?
They're so cute. But also calf muscles looking good, so.
Okay.
Okay, so welcome to the second episode of the Yes, 1 month later. Of the Casually Radical podcast, where I interview cool people about their stories. And we just kind of go with the flow. Yeah. And I've got a very cool person here today. So do you want to introduce yourself? Tell us about who you are.
I would love that. Hello, people. Thank you, Eloise. Also, thank you for visiting me. That's very nice of you. And happy birthday, by the way. Today is Eloise's birthday. So text her whenever this comes out, at least. Exactly. Probably it's going to be out in a month, but just a reminder, you forgot. So I am Mika. I am Eloise's friend. I'm cool. What else? Yeah, I don't know. Should I start with how we know each other or why I'm cool?
Both. I can also.
All right.
We can both tell the story.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell the story of how I met you and when I decided that I want to be friends with you and why you're cool.
Okay.
I think that sounds better.
Okay, we can take turns.
Yes.
Okay.
So I met you, we worked together, right? And we were on a get-together in Poland. Our company brought us there, and they hired Eloise the second day as we were there. So you came a bit later. And I remember you came in, you were wearing a pair of Bordeaux leather trousers. I saw you from the back and I was like, oh my God, look at that ass. And then I saw your face and I was like, oh my God, she's such a cutie also. And I adored the way you were talking because I think you had a stronger accent than now even.
Yeah.
You sounded more British.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I want to be friends with her. But it took us almost a year. It took us almost a year to become friends. Because I don't know, we were colleagues, so I felt like we were on different waves, and as colleagues, probably we did not share the juicy stuff that was happening in our lives until someone decided to share, and that bonded us for life.
Oh, that's so cute.
Your turn.
So I also had a bit of a love at first sight experience with Mika. I think you just know when someone has a vibe. And we definitely got along the best. I remember you gave me your rain jacket when it was raining because I'm always so unprepared. And I literally didn't pack for. I just packed cool work outfits, but nothing practical. Probably. So it was really nice. It was really welcoming. Because it was quite intimidating during the company, and so you were just super nice and friendly, and you had a good vibe. And it's kind of fun because I feel like you come across as such a cutie, which you are. But then when you get to know you're like, oh my God, this girl is badass as well. So that was a really fun kind of thing that we kind of figured out about each other. But yeah, I feel like it's hard to cross the boundary of being colleague, work friends, and then friends.
Sure. Can I share more, or is it gonna be weird for them as well?
I think the sharing thing is a difficult thing, isn't it? Because it's can I tell you about my dating life, which I think that brought us quite close, being able to kind of just not have a filter and talk about everything.
The fact that we broke up at the same time with our partners, because both me and you broke up with our partners within a month or so.
Yeah.
And we were both single, so we were going pretty much for the same thing. We were both also homeless.
Yeah.
So that also bonded us, and we had more things to discuss about, and we felt each other. And then I shared about one of my hookups with someone I should not have, and Eloise knew, and it started from there, And I wanted to say earlier, when you say that it felt weird coming to the get-together, being new, I read somewhere that joining a company, especially to a get-together like that, is like being a new character in a TV series that everyone loves. It's who's this new person? Why are they here? You have you need time to accept them.
Yeah.
So definitely it. Yeah. And then a few months later, when we just bonded, Eloise decided to leave me.
But you you also left me in Berlin for a while because you went back home, original home, one of them, yeah. So it was kind of like we were like ships in the night where we kind of, because I think we kind of, because we worked a lot remotely as well, so we used to have these like video calls that we used to schedule in our work time, and we'd have those. So I feel like we kind of bonded a bit over that. But then because you were like in Romania and Moldova, we didn't get to see each other face to face. And then you went to Bali, yeah, because then you came. Did you come back briefly to Berlin? I think, yeah, you did, because we had my goodbye thing. Yeah, so I saw you like super briefly in person when we were like, okay, we're friends. Yeah. And then I went, and then you went to Bali.
And I was actually leaving.
So yeah, so we're a bit ships in the night. But then it's nice because then we have like, you know, it's like something to look forward to, and we can kind of like see each other. Because I kind of always like think of you as being based in Berlin, but actually you've not been based in Berlin really for a while. But for at least the first 2 years of our friendship, you were based in Berlin, so I could come and see you.
Visiting, and then later when you came to visit me, I was still in Berlin, even though I was in between places. Yeah. So yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yes, and why are you cool, Mika?
I'm cool because I'm cool. You don't have a reason. You're just born like that. But also because I wrote a book. And it's a very cool book also. Should we talk about it?
Do you want to go? You need the fluffy thing.
Yes.
Because otherwise you sound like a robot.
All right.
Really annoying. It doesn't stay on very well.
And also, you know, I just think of the book and I'm like, let me put something in my mouth.
Don't leak the microphone.
Okay, I'm going to try to not leak the microphone. While I will try to put it.
It kind of clips in, but very loosely.
I think it clicked.
Okay, go.
Test. All right. So back to my coolness and my book.
Yeah.
I wrote a book. This is my book. It is called Slut Theory. It is basically...
It's a little wet.
It's always wet. Whenever someone starts reading it, she becomes wet. And they also become wet or hard. Actually, that's true. So many friends texted me, hey, I'm reading your book. It's really cool. I love it. But it's a bit hard to read it. And I'm like, why? Well, I get horny. I'm like, this is not hard. This is great.
Okay, so I was given the task of proofreading it, which... And I kind of like, because I wanted you to be able to publish it, so I spent like a week just kind of reading it. And like that week, I was like, I feel like you kind of go through like an emotional roller coaster where there's obviously like very like, well, actually, we don't know what the book's about yet, but there's a lot of erotic content that you're like, oh my God.
It's like being at a porn festival for a whole week.
Yeah, literally. I was like, can I go out in society with like it was weird to like walk down the street after like reading this book so intensely for like a week. I was like, oh my God, I feel like the thoughts in my head are so like inappropriate.
You know, after reading it, sometimes I get so horny, or just thinking of the moments that I read in it, that I feel like my pheromones are so strong that everyone can see around me that I'm horny. It's like I'm emanating it. So I feel you, yeah.
So what is it about? Say what it's about.
What it is about? It's about my my dating life, but not only. It's just about... it starts as being a woman that grew in a society where sex is a very taboo topic, where you actually have to be a virgin until you marry. And I was also a bit more shy when it came to sex, even though everyone around me knew. Like on my birthday, at one point, my friends got me a penis piñata. Like it was huge, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cool!" And like always, it was always sexual, and it's like they knew me better than myself. Like I was still trying to oppress my needs, or you know, my thoughts, because I was like, "Oh, this is so bad. Like I'm a good girl." But why? And you know, at one point, I broke up with my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, at the time when Eloise did also. And I started dating, and I started to date serially. Like I would have 3 new guys per week. And I would get so excited. It's like, this is so nice. Not only just meeting people and flirting with someone new. It's like you get so much energy, and it feels so good. And I was like, why did I have to try my whole life to be a good girl when I can just be who I am, and I'm not. I'm definitely not a good girl. And then it evolved, like slowly. I got more into myself. I got more into just gonna do what I want, until I got to the point of I'm gonna go to a sex party and I would leave there being empowered. I'm like, I'm just feeling empowered because I fucked someone, or just one-on-one sometimes because I would try some new kinks, or I would just feel comfortable with someone's kinks, and I would be like, wow, I'm so cool. Like, who could have known that? I don't know, maybe even 5 years ago, I would have become this person. And it feels so nice to just not have these limits that are in your head, that you should not do that because society taught you to not, or to not feel that, or like, you can be a slut. Why not? Like, what's the problem? Any man, like, if a man tells you that I slept last month with 5 different girls, everyone would just, high five them, like, oh, good. Actually, probably in a week you would get high fives. Otherwise, in a month, it's like, oh, that's a little bit little.
It's like not
Yeah.
to talk about.
So let's say 5 in a week.
Yeah.
A guy would get high fived, but for like a woman, even woman would just judge you, like, oh, you're such a slut, or oh, you're so like, what's wrong with you? What are you going through? Are you having a breakdown? No, you're just living life. Like, why do we have to stop ourselves just because someone would judge us? So the book is mostly about that, but also it describes in detail everything, like how the night started, how I got into someone's pants or they got into mine, and literally every single thought that goes inside my head when I'm having sex with someone. Obviously not every time, because that then it would be like a book bigger than me, but often, yeah.
Yeah, I think what I love about the book is, because a lot of it is kind of porn, but it's like,
I call it ethical porn.
yeah, it is ethical porn, because there's so much porn out there that's like staged.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you get like porn books that are like fiction, which is great in its own way, like it's its own thing. Yeah, but like it's so rare to have like the actual like truths of sex, and I think there's so much in the media about like kind of making sex like this kind of perfect thing or whatever, like everything has to like go a certain way, you make the right noises, and like sex is like a messy thing, and it's never the same with one partner, and there's good and bad sides about it as well, like, because there's so many experiences you've had that are like really empowering, really pleasurable, but also, and you speak about those in great detail. So, but also you had some shitty experiences, and I think it's really good to talk about that. And like, there's some people that have not been respectful to you, that have made you not feel empowered, and it's about you kind of bringing yourself back up and kind of, and that's so important. And you've had a difficult past as well, so talking about how sex and empowerment has helped with that is like super interesting and super healthy, and I think it's so good to talk about. And yeah, I think like, because it's a very like bold book, but I do think that sex should be talked about more in society in general, because it's kind of like it's healthcare, like, because most people do sex. I'm gonna do sex today. But people don't talk about it, and it can get you maybe in some like dangerous situations if you're doing something and you're very vulnerable with someone, but you don't know much about it, or you don't learn what you like, and you don't know what consent is, because we're never taught consent. Yeah,
that's true. Consent is so important, and I only not learned it because I knew what it is, but I've only seen it in Berlin, especially in the sex clubs. Yeah. You go somewhere and everyone is so extremely caring. Like, if someone touches you, some of your friends or whoever, or even people that don't know, would be like, if they think that this is weird, they would say, did you ask her if that's okay for her? And I would be like, oh, I didn't even realize that, someone was trying to, I don't know, pet me or whatever. And that's so nice, because most of the clubs you go as a woman, especially if it's crowded, like someone is one way or another, they would try to touch you, or they would just try to hit on you or whatever. And Berlin is such a place that it literally teaches everyone to respect boundaries and bodies, even though everyone knows that Berlin is such an open place and it's all about sex in public or, kinky stuff or whatever it is. But at the same time, I've never been in a more respectful place when it comes to sex, because everyone is educated on that. It's not taboo, and this is why I think it's important to talk about it, because it becomes something normal. So it's not just the act itself, like sex is not orgasming. Sex is about pleasuring each other and just having fun. And I think it's really important to just talk about it more, about things. There's so many people that don't know, like, oh, I think she had fun, and then you talk to her and she's like, I feel like it was the worst experience I've had. Just because a woman does not say no does not mean that she's having, like, she wants to be there. Sometimes you just get lost. Sometimes you can't really say, like, you feel like you lost control over your body or whatever. So I think it's important to know these signs. And I think it's for men as well. Like, sometimes I jump on my boyfriend and then I realize, like, oh, sorry, do you want to do this now? Like, I would still ask for consent sometimes when I'm not sure if he's into it, because like, even if we've been together for so long, it doesn't matter. It's still important to know that the other person wants to do it right now with you. I talked to someone recently and they said, yeah, but in the book you share your story, but for everyone it's different. This is true. This is why this is just the beginning. This is just the start. So if you read such a book, you would be like, this is normal. I can talk about it, like about sex or about anything that normally you would not talk to your friends and your partner. There's so many people that do not talk to their partners about their likes even. Like, maybe I have a kink, but I don't know how to tell my partner because we've been together for a few years and they know me the way they do. And if I tell them that I want to try something new, they would be like, what's happening? What is wrong? What did I do? Have you been with someone else that you want to do this now? And I feel like it's so important to just talk about this, because this is so important, especially in relationships. It's like, at least for me, this is the glue. If I am not having good sex for more than 3 days, then I'm grumpy and and I'm bitchy and I'm like, do something to me. And because I talk about it, my boyfriend knows that, okay, Mika needs some extra attention. So yeah, I think, like, do talk about sex, please, with everyone. What you like, what you don't like. Just share it. Do not be ashamed, afraid. The more we talk about it, the more normal and pleasurable it's going to be.
Yeah, and I would say, like, consent is sexy. Like, it really is. Like, it's so, like, I've definitely had experiences where my partner has kind of, like, this is me getting lost in my thoughts, so I'm going to have to, like, cut these out. I've had experiences where a partner's kind of, even, like, every single step of the way asked me if I like this. And some people are like, is that not, like, kind of annoying? And I'm like, no, it's so sexy, because it shows they're so present with you, they're super respecting you, they're asking me what I like, what I don't like, if this is good, if this is, like, how are you feeling? And I love that. Like, it literally feels like it kind of also helps me check in with myself and be like, oh wait, am I actually liking this? And then if I'm not, then it provides a safe space where I can be like, actually no, I don't really like this, let's do something else. Exactly. And yeah, I've definitely had, like, my best experiences where, like, the partner is so present. Yeah.
He would. I agree. It happens the same with me. One of my favorite hookups, the book and generally, the Italian, we call him Luca in the book. So we had, like, the craziest experiences. Everything that was something that some people would be like, are you sure? You're like, you would be up for that? Or I don't know, like, this is so crazy, people do that. I did with the Italian, with Luca. And even though we tried so many new kinks together, he would always ask me, like, we would be already on our second session of the day, like, we already came twice, we would go shower and then we'll go back to bed, and then he would ask me, can I fuck your pussy now? And I'm like, I'm here for you, I came to you for that. But at the same time, I'm like, I love it. I love that he's asking me, because he wants to make sure that I still want to go for it. He wants to make sure that I'm fine with it. But also it kind of makes you more present. because it's a reminder again, like while during sex, like maybe he would eat me out and then he would be like, can I go inside you now? And it's like, I'm back. Even maybe sometimes you get lost, because you do get lost sometimes in your thoughts, even if sex is amazing. And then you're like, oh, I'm here, I'm back. Yes, amazing.
Yeah.
So I think it's like, it's amazing. Do ask for consent.
And it shows their desire too. Like if they're like, "Can I do this to you?" You're like, "Ooh, that shows that you want this." Like you know.
I wanted more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
That's true.
what this also came to my head, the topic of polyamory as well, because you've not been in a polyamory relationship, but you've been like the
unicorn.
even the unicorn. You've been the secret sauce to a lot of other people's experiences.
Yeah.
And because I mean, polyamory is such a big topic and people do it in different ways, but maybe for the sake of, you've had some experiences where there's like been a couple and then they've wanted a third, a unicorn, for like you know, like they're kind of still maybe the main unit, but then like you're having fun as like a three, or and then sometimes separately. And I think that can be so healthy, because we were talking about how like maybe your partner can't satisfy all your needs just because like they don't have the same sexual desires as you. So that can be like a really healthy thing, right? Where you can kind of bring in like another person to kind of like safely explore these things, and that might even kind of make a relationship stronger.
Yes. And it's more exciting.
Yeah.
It's also more exciting because, you know, you bring someone new, there's something new happening today, tonight, today and tomorrow. And yes, I really loved the couples where I would just join them. And my favorite couple, they were telling me that I am their person because we meet together, but we would also meet separately. Like I would have a date with her, I would have a date with him. And the first time when I had a date with her, I was so anxious. I was like, I know them together, but I've never been with a woman. I like her. We had a foursome together or whatever, but I have never been on a date with a woman. And before that, like the whole evening, I was like, what do I do? Do I flirt? When do I flirt? Do I flirt like I do with a man, or do I do it differently? How do I let her know I want to kiss her? Is she going to kiss me first? Or like, how does this happen? And I was so nervous. I was like, is this even a date? Am I overthinking it? And then I came to her, she opens the door and she hugs me and she's like, I was so nervous the whole day. And I was like, oh, me too. And then we talked about it and she was like, I was feeling the same. Even though she had more experience, but still, like every time probably is different. And yes, so I loved that I could meet both her and him also for independent sessions, and also we would just meet together and play together. And last time we met, it was after a long break, of course, because I was away from Berlin for a year. And I feel like this was the best experience I've had as the third in a couple, because they were just so hungry for me. And like you could see that, of course, they are one and they're always together. But I was like the third person that was missing for a while. And they pleased me in all the ways possible. And they were like, okay, Mika likes this. Let's try this for Mika. Or what do you want? What should we do for you? And I was like, oh my God, I'm such a princess. And I love them. Like they're the best. And the way they communicate to each other as well. I think polyamory, of course, is cool. Like everyone is like, yeah, I would also love to, you know, to have two partners or whatever. But I think it's also tricky because if your bond is not strong enough, if you know you're just with someone, but you feel like my person is not enough, I want to also fuck other people, might also be rude because maybe you're doing that because you're selfish, because you feel like you're not getting enough from your partner, but you don't want to break up with them for other reasons as well. So I feel like it's very important to have a very strong bond and to be able to communicate because, oh my God, is it hard? Like, I don't know, you look at someone differently, or, you know, like if sex ended and that someone from the couple is being overly nice to the third person, the outsider compared to their couple, then they would be like, I'm jealous now. Like, why? Because, you know, whatever happened in the bedroom, but then you're just friends in the living room. And I think, like, jealousy appears no matter what, and I think it's very important to be able to discuss all these topics. Me and my partner, for example, we make rules we always break the rules every single time. And then one of us is pissed, of course. And we're like, what do we do about it? So, like, communicating clearly is key. But yeah, I love polyamory. I feel like it's nice. It's loving. You get extra love from people. And being the third person, my experience was only being the third person, is just, you feel special and you feel so loved. And it's like, ooh, am I the sunshine here today? Have you had any experiences with polyamory?
No, I've not. I think it's something that I definitely want to like look into more and kind of look into myself more about how I feel about it. Because I have quite a few friends now that are either like exploring polyamory from kind of both sides or are in open relationships. And I think that's been something that, again, living in Berlin taught me. That was like,
so normal,
yeah,
right?
I think it's so normal. Like, it's kind of weird in Berlin if there's a couple that are just like together.
Why?
Yeah, like I was in a monogamous relationship in Berlin, but
Same.
yeah, it's kind of weird that we both were when it's like the place not to be.
True.
But I actually can't even think of like another couple apart from maybe the ones that we worked with. But the ones,
I know a few people.
Yeah.
A lot of people that are still monogamous.
yeah, it's not many for me. Like the people were either single or in some kind of alternative relationship, which is really cool because I think there's no one way to do relationships, and if you're happy, go for it. Like if you're in a couple and you have the kind of need or like personalities that one person just won't satisfy your needs, or like you want kind of just like a wider kind of love, I don't know, like anything really, like you just have this kind of feeling like forcing yourself to be in a monogamous relationship just probably won't work out, or you're going to be maybe sad, or maybe that's also, I don't know, where cheating comes from sometimes as well, maybe like if you're just not fully on the same wavelength with everything with your partner, or you're wanting to explore, because like humans are not naturally like monogamous, you know, like and even just kind of, it doesn't even need to be sexual. Like humans kind of come from a background of like community and like families helping each other, and like the kids would all just be looked after by everyone, right? And like
because you don't know who's.
yeah, yeah. Maybe honestly, because there's no rules, you know, right? Like, and probably something I need to fact check, but that's my like kind of impression of it. So I think suppressing these needs isn't healthy, you know, like it's gonna come out in some other way. So
When you're drunk.
yeah, maybe, yeah. So yeah, all my serious relationships have been with men, even though I am bi, and they've been quite straight monogamous men, which again, nothing wrong with that. Like but maybe I think my next relationship might need to be a little bit more open. I haven't quite figured out in what way, but I think having it as a rule, like a monogamy as a rule, might not sit well with me. Like I definitely want to have some conversations, or like, you know, even if it's just kind of the conversation of non-monogamy just stays in our heads, but it's still like, you know, having that open space.
Fully against it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'd probably need. As for being a unicorn, I've never tried, but if the experience arises, I wouldn't be against it. I think it would be something.
We have a volunteer.
I don't know. I think it'd be something I'd be intimidated by, but I see the logic in it, and I can see the hype and the pleasure. So it's just more. It's the same thing as like sleeping with women. It's not something that I'm used to, because all these things, like kind of being in a monogamous relationship with a man as a woman, like it kind of comes easily because it's in the media, it's what people talk about, it's what people expect. So anything, it's what you do. So anything out of that boundary is going to be nerve-wracking, and I think it takes me a little while, and it has to be like really the right situation for me to feel like I can kind of go ahead with something a bit different.
Remember my story, my chapter in the book, The Unicorn Audition? There was a couple that I saw the guy a few times, but then we were supposed to meet all at their place, They cooked for me, and last minute I was like, I'm not feeling well. I think I'll skip it. And then she calls me. Like, I've been on dates with him only, and I met her before, but it was just the first time I met both of them.
I remember the couple.
Yes, and I was like, I don't know, I'm not feeling comfortable. And then she's calling me. Like, I texted him, and she's calling me, and she's like, no, Mika, come. We prepared for you. She made some dessert already from the afternoon.
So sweet.
Yes, and she was like, she's the sweetest. And she was telling me I was supposed to have a date and I canceled it because I was going to meet you. So no, you're coming. And I was like, okay, I'm coming. I was also feeling weird. Like, I don't know how to act with them. It's still new to me. Like, even now, it would still be new to me even after all the experiences, because every couple is different and we don't know what to expect. And then I arrived at their place and she was so sweet and cute and sexy, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy I came. And she was telling me, don't worry, I know you're nervous, and I know that it's like it gives you a bit of anxiety. I've been there. I've also been a unicorn, and at the beginning I didn't know what to do or what to say or whatever, but the couple was so loving, and it'll be fine. And she was the loveliest.
She seems so cute.
Yeah,
Like,
and the way
so wholesome.
she got a
Yeah.
bit drunk by the end of the night. She was the only one drinking. Me and her partner were not, and it was even cuter. Like, all the time, hold the microphone, please. She would look at me like this, and she would be like, "Oh my god, you're so pretty!" And then she would just touch me, and she would be like, she would look at him and would be like, "Thank you for finding her." And I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, like, how is this real?" So, like, if someone is looking for a unicorn, they want it, right? Like, they want to be.
Seems so secure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, and all the time she would be like, "Kiss her. I want to see you kissing her," to her partner. And I was like, "Oh wow! Like, I feel so undergrad." Yeah, so it was very nice. But of course, probably there are also bad experiences or awkward. I did not get there yet. However, with my other couple, I remember the first time we went to a bar. He's kissing me. She's sitting next to her. Like, we were on a bench together, and then there was another guy. And we were talking, and then he suddenly kisses me. And I was like, what do I do now? She's next to him. Like, I know open relationships, but when, you just date someone, but not when you're together and you go to a bar.
Yeah.
And then he's kissing me, and I'm like, like, okay. I don't want, to create any problems or whatever.
It brings it like a bit more into reality if it's in public as
Yes,
well.
because it's like, I am the intruder. They are one package, and it's like, can I do that? Like, are you sure we can do that, or are you just having a fight? But that's how you learn.
I don't really know what. Maybe. Do you want to talk a little bit about the negative to kind of positive, like kind of like personal development? Because it is kind of like you've marketed it before as a self-help book as well. It's kind of like porn meets self-help, ethical porn meets self-help / journal, So I think that's good to talk about, because that is something that I think really makes the book stand out more. That you're going to go for like an emotional roller coaster when you read this as well.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm crying. Ooh, I'm horny. Yeah, so you go, like, I go, the book is actually made out of my journals. So it's all diary entries. It's all super raw, and it's chronological. So 1 or 2 days in a row, I would be like, life is shit. Why am I even doing this? Why am I even trying? Because I was homeless for forever. I could not find a job. I got laid off, and I could not find a job for forever. I was learning German, but that was just as hard as not doing anything. And it's just, I was very low. So for a few days, I would be like, everything is going to shit. And then I will have a good sex session the next day, and I would be like, amazing, the sun is shining. So everything is roller coasters in the book, but also we get to the point, like, one of the reasons why I was a good girl also is because of my experiences that I had in the past as a child, because some men do not care about I don't even know how to say this really. Like, do I go fully in or?
Just what you're comfortable with. Oh, we have someone very loud.
Oh no. Forbidden topic.
It's like we're being censored.
Yeah. Bzzz. Do not talk now. Okay, so we're not going to talk about that, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know if you hear it, but we hear it. Someone's cutting the grass in our garden, so we can't do that now.
But it's a good opportunity for you. It just means that you're just going to have to read the book because there's everything. Like, we do want to talk about hard topics, but it's just a bit maybe intense because there's background noise and just read the book. It's all in there.
Exactly. Read the book.
Everything you want and need is right here.
And share your thoughts with us.
Yes, yeah, please message Mika, like any thoughts you have. What's like the best way to kind of contact you?
Sluttheory.com. Yeah, I'll do it again because that was not. Sluttheory.com is my website. You can go there and just click on the subscribe and have my mailing list. Even though I don't send emails at the moment. You can find me on Instagram also. There is so much easier to just contact someone and talk to them. It's, again, Slut Theory altogether. So yeah, let me know what are your thoughts. And even if you did not read the book, maybe you're struggling with something or you're like anything sex-related, dating life. I'm not an expert. I am not, I would not say that I know how to help you, but probably I've had the story, so I would tell you what happened in my case. Yeah.
And also you're kind of loving right now people taking pictures of them reading the book, especially you've got like a hashtag or a trend that's hot men reading Slut Theory. Hot men reading. So if you're a hot man, buy the book and like take pictures.
If you're a man reading Slut Theory,
Yeah.
you're a hot man.
If you're to repeat, if you're a man reading Slut Theory, you're a hot man, which I would agree. I think that's...
You care about your needs.
Yeah.
Because that means that you're interested in something that is not necessarily too holy. And also you want to know what women like and also what men do at the same time. Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. Like, stop talking. Okay. No, we have to wrap it up.
Yeah, it's came to a final close, but it means that I have less editing to do, so yeah. But thank you so much for being on my podcast. I have been wanting to interview Mika for so long. You've been like, as soon as I started the podcast, you're like one of my top people that I was like, yes. But you're just not easy to track down. I had to follow you to Thailand to go. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned we're in Thailand, by the way. That's also really cool. So I had to follow her to Thailand to get the interview. So yes, hopefully the background noise isn't too intense. I know. He's like full on got like a chainsaw and he's like okay, well thank you so much for watching as well, and also please send me any feedback that you have of the podcast, any episodes you want me to cover, if you want to be on the podcast as well. Every episode we stopped. Okay, every episode is in person, which creates really cool vibes like this, but also kind of awkward vibes. Kind of creates awkward vibes where it's sometimes a bit loud in the background. So
Silence.
yes. I feel like my ears are buzzing.
Same. My husband's like, what the hell is happening?
But yes, so if you want to be on the podcast, you kind of have to live locally to me. But
Or track Alex down.
track me down. Not in a creepy way though. Please don't find my address. Just message me.
Yeah, just Instagram.
Yeah. Any final thoughts?
Not really. Thank you so much for tracking me down in Thailand and for the lovely time. And also, people fuck more. It's healthy.
Yes. Fuck yourself.
Fuck yourself, fuck other people, as long as there is consent.
Yes. Ooh, that was a good ending.
Yeah. Bye.
Cool. Thank you so much for being on my podcast.
Thank you.